and we have the head of the teleophthalmology of LVP, Dr. Padmaja, my good friend. She'll be talking to us on teleophthalmology in COVID period. Padmaja. You are muted, Padmaja, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my slides, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible and your slides are visible.
Visible, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good evening. At the outset, I would like to thank AOS and Teleophthalmology Society of India for providing this opportunity. COVID pandemic has given an opportunity for teleophthalmology to rise, and it is actually healing from a distance. And there is a lot of enabling environment has come in the form of HIPAA restrictions have been removed, and specific telemedicine guidelines enabling telemedicine were introduced by the government of India. And it also recommended mandatory certification by the doctors practicing telemedicine and development of various subspecialty specific guidelines. Various institutes responded to the COVID pandemic proactively. Shankar Netra reached over 11,000 patients through teleconsultations. They also initiated an optometrist assisted teleconsult model. SN tied up with Titan Optical stores wherein a comprehensive eye exam, including imaging, was performed by the optometrist, and teleconsult advice was provided by the specialist after reviewing the reports. Aravind Eye Care System immediately launched teleconsultation as a solution to reach the patients. They developed a quick fix video conferencing solution using Google Meet to create platform wherein patients could access to doctors directly over the video conference using their smartphone or computers, and they send this information over WhatsApp and other media for the patients to be aware of. Patients could log into the link in the Aravind website, and by click of a button, they could consult the doctors directly in any of their tertiary hospitals. And this was provided as a free service to all. At LV Prasad Institute, we were able to connect through the telemedicine across the pyramid. Nearly 84,000 teleconsultations happened in the last year across our pyramid. And during lockdown period, at the primary and secondary level, more than 100,000 phone calls were made by our vision technicians. Here again, the most important aspect was the fundamental tool which enabled this was a strong electronic medical record base, which is foundation for any teleophthalmology system. 500 teleconsultations happened with the help of photographs taken by the rural population through the VT ophthalmologist WhatsApp group in the month of May. And this is a lockdown story in the second wave, actually, where for patient information received to the WhatsApp care, providers could send patient reports through the WhatsApp to the vision technicians in the rural areas, and proper advice was provided by the physician, which was integrated into the teleophthalmology electronic sheet. At the tertiary level, we had a sudden decline in the number of patients from an average of 1,500 per day to just 50 per day. We immediately launched initially a teleconsulting portal. Telemedicine achieved 3 significant objectives during the lockdown. One was triage, which patients need to visit the hospital on an emergency basis. Then second was management of medication and advice. And third, review of new patients, especially second opinions based on the review of images and reports. Recognizing the importance of teleophthalmology at the time of pandemic, we launched a mobile map app-based telemedicine portal, Connect Care. With this app, our doctors now can connect with the patients by clicking the button on their mobile phone or a laptop. All appointments are scheduled. It is just like a virtual outpatient OPD. The patient schedules an appointment using the application, downloads their reports, consults with their physician via an audio or video call. We also have a home care portal wherein our vision technicians in rural areas and optometrists in urban areas are able to reach elderly or patients with disabilities do the necessary tests, and a model of hybrid telemodel where the advice is provided by the ophthalmologist. The purpose of teleconsult portal post-lockdown is mainly to reduce the follow-up visits, and this in turn reduces the congestion in our waiting halls. And we made at least one surgical physical visit following surgery as a mandatory teleconsult, and this also helps us to maintain the social distancing protocols. Our consultants through this Connect Care app, around 30,000 consultations were able to be done in the last 1 year through this Connect Care app, and they could manage various eye conditions through the teleconsults. And cross consultation between the specialties were possible too. For example, this is the story of a mucormycosis where the primary retina consultant through teleconsultant could also cross the patient advice and report to oculoplastic consult as well, and could be given necessary immediate advice that is required. And power of teleconsults, removing the barriers of access because of the video communication, distance, and etc. This is a teleconsult from a train. Then diagnosing or looking at the triaging, whether it's like diagnosing a cataract or monitoring surgical follow-ups through the photographs captured by the caregivers. These are all endless possibilities. Then Silver Sight is a home care tele-innovation in teleophthalmology, reaching the elderly and disabled in both urban and rural areas. Telecontact lens practice is another innovative model in reaching the follow-up patients. And telerehabilitation is again a unique specialty where our team is gathering experience, reaching close to 1,000 visually impaired people. And these are some of the areas where our telerehab team is able to reach our clients through the early intervention therapy videos.
For me to understand if she has good
And also they were able to reach the interactive videos to the clients in the form of early intervention therapy. And similarly, visual impaired people also reaching through the assistive therapy. And scientific impact, LVCP is teleophthalmology experience, including all subspecialties, including telerehabilitation. Lessons learned and experiences have been published. And the journey continues to build the people-centered eye care solutions so that all may see. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Padmaja. It was an excellent talk. And I think a learning lesson for all, that how you can translate whatever you have done into some good publications, good evidences. Just one thought, like at Shankar Netralaya, what we believe and what we have been practicing, we divide tele-counseling and teleconsultation as two separate things. Because many times the ophthalmology practice, though it is very image intensive branch, but if we are just talking to a patient either by a video call or by just an opinion, we categorize it into telecounseling. And because that's not a complete teleconsultation. However, if we have another way where we can take images and upload, and one of the initiative which was taken by Dr. Sudhir is putting some videos on how to take your own anterior segment pictures very well and uploading it. So I think we must differentiate these two, because teleconsult is a little more complete evaluation.